Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to Shivery Timbers, where today this delightful city is just, it just feels so good. Hot dog trucks zipping back and forth, donut vans cruising about. I wish there were more cars, but evidently that's not the case. Last time we got our little waterfront here, which doesn't really look that spectacular, but you know what? It'll do for now, and I'll come back later, because I've been looking at this and looking at how quickly the water rushes past, and I feel like I don't like that. I feel like I can do better. But, I tell you what, I'll have a think. Maybe I'll do that off camera. Maybe I'll do that, I'd like to do it on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing and, you know, enjoy it. But anyway, for now, let's have a look at, what was that? Oh, did we just have another football win? We bloody did too. Oh, nicely done. Westwood FC, you're down. Next up, Rock Valley FC. On the 7th of the 10th, 2032. So it's weird, it's not, like, every time? But, yeah, we've won 2 games so far, and we've made $282,000 dues out of this. I think we need to invest in getting our kids excited about playing football as well. What do you reckon? I reckon that's a good way to go. Okay, so that's operating nicely. Garbage, not so much. So let's get ourselves another, what, incinerator plant? Get a couple of those. I reckon if we pop a couple down here, like this, then these guys, they'll run out down this way, up this road and onto the highway or onto, you know what? Does that need to be two-way? Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it? Yeah, because people need to come back down into the industrial zone via this toll bridge. Which I'm kind of meh about. They're moving very slowly through that toll bridge. It's kind of, I don't know. I kind of don't know if I really care about having that anymore. But I'll think about whether or not I want to get rid of that. And we'll move on from there. So, this garbage, hopefully, will start to get taken care of. This pumping station here, I guess that's kind of nice. I mean, we needed that when the additional happy accident occurred. But I'm not sure if we want to leave it there, all told. I mean, it kind of comes down to how noisy this thing is. Let's have a look. So, pumping service. It is a little bit noisy, but it's not bad, I suppose. It's not bad. Alright, let's leave it there for now. And we'll have a think about if we want to move it at a later date. Maybe to like a services area here. That might not be a bad idea. And then people can get in to wherever they need to go via the highway. Rather than using the boulevards. Don't know. We'll see. We'll have a think about that. Okay. Now today, here's what we want to do. I want to check out the needs of the people in this area and make sure that they're being fulfilled, right? So like, how are we doing health-wise? Oh, not terribly great. Not terribly great at all. Okay, how about fire safety? Super not great. Police department, not too bad, but it could be better. And, okay, education's not bad. Let's check the other levels. So high school, not great. And university, pretty good. Okay, because they're only just down the way from the uni. What about, I mean, transport, it doesn't really show you what's going on so far as needs go. But we can see that, you know, 656 people are using the buses a week. 814 people are using the trams. And 487 using the monorails. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's get healthcare fixed up. So I reckon we've got a sauna elsewhere, medical helicopter, sports hall, community pool, yoga garden. Okay, we need a hospital. We definitely need a central big hospital that can be tucked in. I mean, if I put it here, it's going to snick out those 2 paths that I put in, and I really like those paths. Should we have it here at the bottom ends of the residential zone? It's probably not a bad spot for it. I mean, I could put it down here, but I kind of want it to be so that people can use the monorail to get to it, or the tram, and then just walk to it, right? I don't want too much road traffic. But then it's going to have ambulances running about as well, isn't it? What does it say? Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say exactly what's going on there. Has a helipad and can accept helicopters. Okay, let's put it here. And that should take care of the health requirements of those people very, very comfortably. We now have a heal capacity of 800 with 313 sick citizens. Oh, yes, that looks very nice. I'm happy with that. And here's our first ambulance that has gotten stuck behind a tram. That is something I probably should have considered before placing this on a road with a tram track, but it's fine. There's a tram track right at the door. So when people are sick, they could just catch the tram, pull up right here, and, yeah, walk their way inside and sneeze all over the people at the front desk. So that's good. I'm happy with that. Fire coverage. I think we do need a big fire station. We've got the fire helicopter depot, but we do need a big fire station as well. We'll put it over by one street so that the ambulances and fire engines don't sort of conflict with each other. I'll just sort of sneak that in right here. Very close to the bottom end, or very close to Hunter Street here. And there we go. That's much, much better. What the heck is going on here with fire safety, I wonder? Is it literally this thing that's just gonna... I mean, I know that when I'm playing Magicka, I do have the bad habit of setting people on fire all the time. But, man, that's gnarly. I wouldn't have expected that to be so bad. Can we squeeze a little guy here somewhere? Like, just around the corner. Or over here. Over here? Over here. Is that going to help? Ah, a little bit, but not much. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the Magic theme park seems prone to fire. Which, you know... interesting. Very interesting. Okay, but that's fine. Crime seems to be pretty much under control. Education, pretty much under control. There's a few houses dotted about with some dumbos there, but that's fine. Transport, looking good. We could do with some more bus routes up in this area. In fact, yeah. Or a tram. A tram? A tram. And here's why. Right, now, what I've built so far, you've got low density zone, high density zone, like it just juts up out of nowhere as high density. Sometimes you get that. Sometimes you'll have a park area and then you'll have a high density zone that is sort of, you know, classified. But then you get these zones here that are, you know, they don't bleed into each other very well. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. What I'm going to do is dive into this, and we've got requirements across the board here, right? So we added some high density here to the edge of this low density. So this would be all restaurants and stuff. And then back here, there's a few stores. Cool, cool. It seems logical to me that we could do similar things in these areas. And in order to do that, I mean, we've got our monorail station here. Let's have a think, first of all, about this area. So if we go, all right, let's get some offices. And we can, right, get this section here. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's just do it by zone. So, and this, all right, these sections around the monorail, they can be redone as high-rise offices, or at least low-rise offices. Okay, in that sort of ring like that. These sections in the middle here, these can be... Actually, I'll do them like this, so that they don't get too large. Because I want them to be like little sort of 4 to 5 story apartment blocks. That's kind of what I'm envisaging here. And even like this section here, I don't want that to be quite so deep. Because I worry that if it's really deep, it'll just be... It'll add too much to what's going on. It'll add, like... It's going to grow too tall. Whereas if it's only 3 deep and 3 wide, or 4 wide, then it should only grow to be like this sort of thing, like top banking. What's this? Angry Clans mobile games. Oops. Top banking, customer service services, excellent. And the Coleridge residence, the Cherry residence. So what do these guys look like? Yeah, see, these look good, right? That's what I would expect near a public transport area I would expect to have blocks like this, and then you go back from those blocks and you get into like little suburban-y type things. That kind of feels right to me. Yeah? Yeah. I think that feels good. Okay, so with that in mind, I think Mason Street, because this is a transport interchange, Mason Street needs a tram line. And I think that should come up through here, through the B, or across and down into the roundabout. I don't think it should touch the roundabout, actually. I think this should be a local tram line that services the B. And maybe touches down into the Needler, and then it can loop back from there. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be good. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's get into... I mean, it's probably a bit early for that. I'll tell you what, let's keep building into this, and when we start to see traffic problems, that's when we'll add our tram lines. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, so down here on this little nook, I feel like we can have some stuff in here. The fact that some of these roads are a bit squiggly wiggly means that you get weird little things like this. But I mean, this one here, 2 workers. This one, 3 of 3 workers. Where are the big ones here? This house is 4x4 and contains actually quite a few people. The Myrtle residence. What type of building is this? It's just a massive house. And this one? Okay. And what about these new ones that we've added in here? How many people are in here? Huh, less. They're not populating out as quickly. Oh, hello. Ugh, that's a... that's okay. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so these ones aren't getting as populated as quickly. I suppose these are very poor quality buildings, right? So we're only getting uneducated people in, which is, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm okay with that. Alright, let's, ooh, what is this? A fancy boutique. Alright. Alright, well I don't want to knock that down for sure. But I do want to dot a few more high-density things in to see if we can just amp this place up a little bit. Now, if I just do 1 or 2 here and there, it's my theory, and you guys can laugh at me about this, it's my theory that, you know, we're going to have a few things that are lower quality for a while, but then they're going to disappear, and we're going to get quality boosts across the way. Alright, get rid of that, get rid of that. Have a little strip of high-density residential through here. Yes, very nice. I don't know why that's so squiggly like that. Yes, very nice. Little 3x3. We'll have a little office on the corner here, I think, instead of a commercial. And this should be a little office zone as well, right? So just this section here can be a little office zone. I feel like some shops in here as like high-density shops is probably going to be good as well. Just 2. Just 2 little blocks of that. This guy here can be a high-density office area. And then we'll have a couple of these guys across the road. I mean, I'm going to be really fluffing with my with the happiness and the quality of this zone. But I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Just as a quick in and out sort of thing. I think it's not going to be too bad after a little bit of time. There we go. I'm kind of not concentrating on what I'm talking about at the moment, which is okay. It's okay. Right. There we go. That should do the trick. This little section in the center here, we'll give that a little bit of time to grow up and do its thing. I'll put some more speed into the game, and we can let that go. Where are some other areas which would benefit from a little bit of tapering? I mean, that looks good now. I like that around the outside there. And these have all, like, you know, they're starting to push towards full upgradiness, which is great. I really like to see that happening. These, I mean, these are going to come online as, right, look how gross that is. Level 1, it's going to be filled with uneducated people, but they should upgrade relatively quickly, and we can help them along in that respect. We can help them along by putting in some additional parks and things when we feel like it. At the moment, I don't. Right, how about this zone here? I tell you what, this keeps, like, we keep getting sickness in here, right? because of the fact that there's a dump, and because of the fact that it was traditionally an industrial zone. Like, if I look at health, not good. But, have no fear. Let's get this. Let's get this whole section stripped out. And then let's go... Okay, well, we'll have a narrow, thin strip of office buildings there. We'll have a couple of high-density commercials running on the other sides. Just like that. And I want them to be 3 deep. I could probably go to 4. What, oh, we've missed a little line of roadie bit there. Could we go to 4? Should we go to 4? I feel like yes. Let's go to 4. And the same goes on the back strip for the office buildings. Excellent. And then for here, what we're going to do is we'll let that taper off to low density there. But this whole, the front section here, this can be redone. So this can be 4. And then this one can be 3. And this should help control the size, right? And we'll leave that center one there as a bit of a buffer. And to help this area boost a little bit better, I think we need an additional park or 2. Because actually this area is disgusting. Let's get ourselves a lovely park here. And a little, something little. What do we got that's little? Boom. I guess... Park with trees, still massive. Park, that's still going to be massive. What's this guy? Ooh. A dog park. That might not be bad. A tropical garden. That's hilarious. You know what? I'm putting that in. Where can we squeeze that in? A tropical garden. In a snow map. Oh, no, this has to go in somewhere. Where is gross? This is gross down here. Let's have it here. Tropical garden. There you go, guys. Enjoy your tropical garden. Oh, I don't know why I find that so funny, but look how delightful the tropical garden is. Oh my god, that is fantastic. Oh, I love that I'm still able to actually place this asset into the game. And it doesn't go like, dude, what? You want to put what into what? Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Fishing Island? Fishing Island? Holy toot, yeah, we're going to have that over there. Absolutely. Alright, they need a little road though. Alright, so we can have... We'll use this, this little street again. I like this. And we'll have that... We'll just demolish... the back end of that guy there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look, and there's a little house building up here. The Highland residence. That's the guy that runs the fishing island. So you come down to here. He, like, winches you down to get to the water. And then, you magically appear on the fishing island. Which, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that. That's a delightful little park. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. But anyway, is there anything else we need to do? Like, the bottom end of the B is a little bit gross at the moment. I feel like we need to add a few more parks in here to make this really sing. Maybe if we have in this section, winter parks and plazas. Oh, you know what I want? I want the ice hockey rink. Where was that? There. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Alright. I'm down with that. Totally down with the outdoor ice skating rink. Not something you find here in Australia, funnily enough. We do have ice skating rinks. There's actually one down the road from me that I've not been to yet, and I should probably go and check it out. I really do miss skating. There's something quite soothing and relaxing about it. Until you fall over, and then it's not very soothing and relaxing. Okay, should we make the most of this? I feel like we maybe should, by adding a little Yeah, okay, that's not going to fit. We'll add a little bit of high density around the skate park here. Or the skate rink. Just on the outskirts of this area. And hopefully what this will do is just push this up a little bit. Just push that up a little bit. The demand for high density. See, look. See? Look at that in the middle there now. Doesn't that look so much better? And then we can, like... What the heck is going on with this? We can just have a couple of little dots in here. Just to sort of taper that off a little bit. Maybe this one as well. We'll taper that out that way. This guy here, out that way. Very nice. These have grown a little bit larger than I would have hoped. I have to say. But that's okay, because what we can do is we can pull this guy out. And then we'll have, not that one, not there. We'll have some, like, 2 wide ones that stretch through these areas. They will get a little bit tall, but they won't be as tall as these big bad boys in the center, right? So we'll just do like that. A little too wide, a little too wide, a little too wide, too low. And then in the center here, we can make this feel a little bit nicer by placing in a few delightful trees. And we'll just individually place these this time. I feel like getting my art on in a major way. So we'll just dot some nice trees like that. We'll have a couple of these guys. We'll have like a little grove of them here. Should we have some paths going through here? Or should we just... Nah, we'll just have it as it is. We'll have it as it is. Let's have a couple of these big boys as well. Alright, so we'll have like a line of big redwoods like this. Very nice. Oh, and that one there, very nice. Yes, very nice. And maybe down this end we can have some smaller bushes and trees. Right? I mean, it's fairly kind of uniform at the moment. But if we then go like this, and sure, these aren't going to connect up to anything, but that doesn't matter. It's just this just gives us a little bit of a little bit. Well, maybe they can. Maybe they can. Maybe they can. But what we'll do is we'll just put a lovely little squiggly path down the center, just like this, just as a, you know, let's pretend that this actually does something. Is that enough? It is. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we can, you know what? We'll just snick it out straight through this poor bugger here. Sorry, mate, you're going to get your stuff knocked down. And then, is there a very thin spot at this end? Yeah, there is. Look. We'll bring it in through here. And we'll just hook him up. Just like that. We did lose a tree or two. But now, we can get back in with a few additional trees here. Right? Just leading in here. A few trees at the back of this big building here. A few covering up there. We can have a little nest of bushes just sort of around underneath these giant redwoods. There we go. And then just dot a couple of these trees along this little path so that people can enjoy this. I mean, it's not here for any reason other than to kind of look nice. And when I say kinda, I mean, well, look, I think that looks pretty good. A couple of bushes down here. Just to fill in these little gaps. Oh, we need something in here as well. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted a little bush. A couple of little bushes. But I'll take it. I mean, that looks pretty good. Alright. Oh, hello. A tree there. We'll have... What else are we going to have? Have a medium... random palm tree? Maybe not. Maybe a tree with leaves. And some little bushes. Yeah, that looks good. A couple of bushes in this little section here. Oh, I'm getting carried away now, aren't I? Oh, dearie me. And A pine tree. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's... okay. Maybe not. Maybe not the pine tree. Maybe that's a bit much. I'm getting carried away. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop, guys. Hang on. Let me get a couple of additional trees in here. I may have to trim this episode down a little bit in post. But that's okay. And then a couple of alders. Like this. Like this. Oh. Oh, yep. Okay. This is starting to feel really good through here. Can we squeeze one in here? We can. And... yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, look what happened to the buildings while I wasn't looking. They're a bit bigger than I thought they were going to be. Have we accidentally made a new downtown area? We kind of have. And we're going to need trams sooner rather than later. Oh, bless. That's what happens when you get stuck into doing trees in this game. Anyway, friends, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And enjoyed watching me pimp out this little section of the city. The law firm is operating normally, as is Fine Financial Services. They seem to have 2 branches. And this game studio's got 3 little branches here as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how that's all come together. I think that's starting to look really, really good. And I think we can then like sort of start padding this area out a little bit. Just so that we don't just have this one big donk of high density. We can start just sort of bringing things up naturally. Making things feel right. Anyway, friends, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.